Hey LinkedIn, just a quick little note. I was talking about this internally and I thought I'd share it here as well, but I've operated off this for years and years and years, and I just thought I'd share it, and I don't know if this is common out there, but when you're trying to do anything, when you're trying to accomplish anything in your life, something I've operated on for probably 20 years is anything that is counter or not what I want, the outcome I want it to be, I disagree internally. And I don't mean combative or confrontational or anything like that. I just mean that I disagree with things. So if it's not what I want, I go no, and then disagree, and then I problem solve that thing to make things what you want. And there's there's information out there. People say, control what you can, don't focus on what you can't control, and that's true. I also operate off that. Like, there's things where I really focus my attention on things that I can control, but at the same breath, there's a lot of things that you can control that I think people chalk up as, just let it be this. And we were just talking about it more from a sales standpoint internally here, but sometimes there's things that maybe a prospect will say or timeline or whatever, and there's two ways to tackle it. You can just kind of go with the flow and say yes to whatever, or internally, mentally, you can kind of go, no, I disagree, no, I don't want to have that, I want it to be blah, and then you can problem solve and change the course of things, and it could be shortening the runway, it could be taking the time out. In other words, in your mind, don't be so agreeable. Don't be don't accept every single condition you get, because there is a lot that you can do about things. And as you develop that discipline or that thought process, it forces you to problem solve things all the time. And the better you get at problem solving, the better you get, period. There's a quote that I love. It says, creativity loves constraints. And so by doing it, you create constraints that breeds creativity. You have to get creative. You have to figure it out. You have to find ways to make it happen. And what you'll find is that you'll get good at getting more things done. And obviously, if you're selling a product that people need or a service that people need, and you believe is the right product and is the right play for people, and then it's just logistics barriers or different things like that, it is important to solve it. Take the time out, get it figured out. Because I just read this Steven Schwartzman book, and he talked about it. He said, look, time wounds all deals. That's true. Time does wound all deals. So if you're doing sales, you're doing deals, or whatever you're doing, you can't let everything drag out and take so long. You have to find ways to figure things out and get to the right people or whatever. And it goes back to one of the things that I do is disagree, mentally, not to the person or to other people, just mentally disagree with things that are not aligned with my mission or what I'm trying to do, and then I have to problem solve. It creates a constraint that I have to then problem solve, it's kind of a unique thing. But anything that's not on my path, on my journey, the different things I'm trying to do, the best outcome, whatever it is, I disagree. I don't just go along with it. I disagree, figure it out, change it, and make it what I want. And I think that habit, just practicing that, will help you attain the things that you're trying to attain and progress to where you're trying to go. And again, like I said, the disagree thing is not an external thing. It's not something to be confrontational with people. It's not something to be overly aggressive with people. It's more of a mental exercise that forces you to keep looking at things rather than accept things as they are. So, food for thought, something to think about. Hope you enjoy it. Any comments, leave below. Okay? Thanks.